In today's session, we are going to learn about delete segments in HL7 message for some unique scenario by using JavaScript code and how to not write multiple lines and make it very short and sweet. So if you go to our scenario, we have like a message, particular source message having multiple segments in it, and we want only MSH even as an output. That is very simple, right? We can delete by using this particular message template by adding the inbound input message template over here and the outbound. So automatically we'll get MSH and EVN. But in this scenario, you really don't know how many segments you are getting and how many times you are repeating or not repeating. So this makes it very difficult to use message template. So generally, any expert will not suggest to use a message template. So they always write code here to delete things. But even that is simple, right? We can write a particular line to delete what these particular segments. But you really don't know how many segments which you are getting, and you really don't know it can be 10 segments, 30 segments. For example, you have 1,000 segments in a particular message. Will you be able to write a code which will delete all these 1,000 segments? So it is very difficult sometimes to do all these things. So in once in a lifetime you will face this unique scenario, or more than that. So write a small function which tries to delete a particular segment. For example, this function name is delete segment, and the arguments of this function are the complete message, nothing but the inbound message which is coming, and I create an extra variable argument segments. So over here, the segments for each particular segments will execute and try to check if the message has own property. If it has, it will delete the segment, means it will delete the particular message inside a particular segment. This might be confusing, but once we run a message, it will be very easy for us. So I removed everything from message template. I'll go back. So to execute this particular thing, what we are going to do? So we are going to write this simple code to delete the PID segment. For example, this delete function for over here will call the PID. Automatically, it will go here and execute and delete it. So we are directly calling this particular function by using this delete segment msh PID. So we made a small mistake. This should not be in the capital letters. It should be in the small letters. It will turn into different color. So when we run, automatically the PID segment should be deleted. For example, I'll take an example of this and send this particular message, and we'll see what will be the output. Okay, I'll go back. I'll save changes. I'll deploy. So this is my channel name, delete segments. So it has nothing, the same code which you have sent. So I will send this message with all the segments over here. So that particular code should remove this PID segment. I'll process it, and the send part will automatically remove the PID segment you can see over here. But our problem is not that. We should remove all the segments, like even if we have 1,000 segment, we should remove that. So for that particular thing, what we can do, rather than writing multiple segment, so that's the power of using functions everywhere, whether it's any either tool or within Mirth. So what I'll do, I'll write this code and I'll introduce all the segment, whether we have Z segment in over there or whether we have all the PV2, everything. I'll remove everything. I want only MSH in this case. Even I want to remove PID. What I'll do, I'll add this, and perfect. It's very simple, right? If I want to remove any extra segment which is coming, I'll just add this over here. Automatically that segments will be removed. So you don't need to do any extra code. By using this simple function, you can delete any number of segments as possible by adding it over here. Now we'll go back. We'll save changes. We'll deploy this. And yeah, in the delete segment, we'll reprocess the same message. The process message. Perfect. Now you can see in the encoded part, all the segments have been deleted except EVN, MRG, ASC, OBR. I'll copy this and I'll paste it over here, and we'll see how this was not working. EVN, MRG, ASC, OBR. So this might not have been in the particular function. I will add it. So it's as simple as that. As I'm running multiple scenarios, you can see how it's going to be deleted. Now I'll add EVN, MRG, ASC, OBR. So there isn't EVN over here. Perfect. EVN, caps, EVN, comma, mrg, comma. So in any some point of time, if someone asking there's an extra segment coming, you don't need to do any big changes or drag and drop things. You directly go here, AC, OBR, and you can change it. OBR, comma, and see this is actually not a segment over here, AAC, but yeah, we'll delete it. Perfect. I think this small error over here. Perfect. Even a small quote will change everything. This should work now. Okay, I'll go back. I'll save it and I'll deploy the channel. Once we refresh it and reprocess the message, it should delete even those segments. So the destination, you can see in the encoded part, it deleted everything. So how clean is the message? If you have like multiple bulk of things, and if you are using multiple destination inside what particular source channel, it would be very easy to use this particular concept to delete and only send what we need. So you may be still thinking why we need to use this particular function. We have a lot of other things. You will get to know when you are actually trying to face the problem. For example, in this particular concept, the destination will be required only specific fields in specific segments, and there are multiple segments which are coming not in an order. Sometimes the MRG comes over here, sometimes the PID comes over here, so it would be very messy. So in that scenarios, it would be really helpful to delete the segment. In the next session, I will make sure to learn how to pull the fields from this deleted segment and add in the any other segment. Thank you.